mess. It's been one of those mornings. Anyways, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet, you guys, because I know that it is a Friday afternoon. Some of you guys are hustling to get your work done, or you are having plans with the family or whatever. But I wanted to share kind of a personal thing with you guys because obviously as your leader, I realize what I do affects you guys because you see what I'm doing. And, you know, if I say to do something and I don't actually do it, 9 times out of 10, no one's going to do it, right? So I had to take a hard look in the mirror. And I was like, you know what? I'm not recruiting. I'm not recruiting the numbers that I want. The goals that I have for our team and for myself are focused on recruiting, and I'm not doing the work. You know, and we all know that we have to recruit, but how many of us actually go out of our way to do it? Or we might have a week out of the month that we're gung-ho focused, right? And we're like, oh, I brought on a couple coaches. And then we stop doing it, right? And then it's you got to build up that confidence and that momentum again the next month and the next month. And I thought, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. You know, you see these coaches that are, recruiting like crazy every single week because they're not falling out of those daily actions and habits. And so I forced myself. I said, you know what? You have to just start doing it. You have to start doing the actions. And so last Sunday, guys, I was like, okay, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I was like, okay, I'm going to start doing this. And just since then, you guys, I have so many conversations about coaching, and it's not overwhelming. That's the thing that I want to make sure you guys understand. It's not like I'm going out and I'm inviting 30 people every single day. I'm just doing 3 to 5. Just 3 to 5 people every single day, but I'm staying consistent with it, okay? So the first thing that I want to share with you guys, and we've heard this before, but I really want you to be objective with yourself and look in the mirror, is what we focus on and what we post about is what we're going to attract. So if you guys are wanting to build your team, like everyone's wanting to go to Star Diamond and 2-Star Diamond and 3-Star and 4 and 5 and so forth, look at your social media. Okay, look at your Instagram. Look at your Instagram stories. Look at your Facebook. If someone came on to your Facebook, would they just see fitness? I'm thinking for most of us, that's it, right? Because we're like, I got to put my fitness post up every single day. I almost want to push you guys away from that and say, yes, you can put up a fitness post once a day, but focus on the business side of it a lot more, you guys. If you're putting up that fitness post, have a little bit, maybe a sentence or two that this is your business, okay? Or the fact that you did it before you sit down for your workout hours or your work hours because it gets you in the right mindset or something so people know you're not just one of those hobby people that's going out and working out and sharing it on social media. What we put out there, you guys, is what we're going to attract. Okay, so you have to be posting about coaching, posting about your team, all of that stuff, okay? To go along with that, you guys, I forget who said it. It might have been Reagan Long. I don't know who said it. I've heard it in the last couple weeks, several times, you guys. But pick 4 or 5 things that coaching has done for you. Okay, and yes, it can be financial, but think about community. Think about your own. I know for me, it's where's my list? Because I'll read through it for you guys because I'm just thinking about it. I got so many lists in my room. Okay, so for me, what coaching has done for me, accountability on my own health and fitness goals. I know that I can't fall so far off because my business depends on my results, right? And you guys have to get into that mindset. And I think you guys all are, but you have to remember, my business is dependent on my results, okay? Number 2, freedom and flexibility. You can work whenever you want, right? You're working for more freedom and flexibility. Number 3, hustling. I'm if you guys don't already know, you guys probably already know this about me. I love hustling, okay? So for me, with my goal-driven personality, this is the right business because I get to set my goals and hustle for it, right? Number 4, purpose. I mean, that goes without being said, right? How amazing does it feel? And I know a lot of you guys are having this right now with Lift 4 when your clients are like, oh my God, I feel so amazing. I just hopped in my Lift 4 group and saw someone say, I just fit into my pre-pregnancy jeans. I'm so ecstatic right now. To me, I'm oh, yes, that's what I love, or when I get a text from you guys where you're oh my God, Mike, I just got my biggest paycheck. I'm oh, bring it. I love it. I'm passionate about that. Okay. Number 5, community and support. Like, you guys are my girls. You guys are my tribe. Like, I look at who's on here right here, and I'm like, I love you guys. You know, that's how it is, Rachel. And then the last one, you guys, showing Tenley how to love what you do. You know, a lot of you guys saw the Rachel Hollis podcast for Success Club. If you didn't, I have the little clip from when her and I talked about mommy guilt. And it hit so deep. It hit so deep when she was talking to me about it. And I watch it almost on a daily basis, because us as parents, I think, is everyone on here? I know some people who are not parents will be watching this, but we have such an important job, you guys. I don't know how to fix what I just did, but we have such such an amazing opportunity to prove to our kids that they can have it all. They can have something that they love, that's a business, that they get to choose the goals and everything like that, but they also get to be present and be with their family, right? How cool is that? How cool is that? So think of those things, you guys, and I'm going with something with this, okay? So I got this idea from Allison, actually. So pick one of those things that you write down, okay, and make that your focus for the week. So for instance, when she told me that, I was like, okay, all of the jabs, like, why am I not doing this, right? Like, I'm such a ADD bird where I'm like, oh, I'll just post about them each every single day. Pick one. So say you're focusing on community, okay? And we're just focusing on the fact that we all got in on a Zoom together at 1 p.m. and shared, tips to help us grow our business, okay? And the community aspect of this business and the friendships and all of that stuff. Every single day, pick something about that community aspect as your jab. And then that week, your coaching invite will be focused on that topic. So for me, I'm on right now freedom and flexibility. That's what I'm posting about. That's what I'm talking about in my Instagram stories. Some of you guys have maybe caught on where I'm like, hey, I can work from anywhere I want. And guess what? I grew this from my parents' dining room table. Just sharing with people those little things that they wouldn't normally have. That way they can focus in on, oh my God, yes, I want the freedom and flexibility. Maybe they don't want the accountability because they're killing their results, right? And if I only focus on the accountability aspect, how am I going to be able to connect to that person on a different level? Okay, so someone's going to connect with a different part of your 5 or 6 things that coaching does for you. And then make that hook for the week on that topic, okay? So that's the first thing, you guys. Make sure you're focusing on what you're attracting. Number 2, making sure that you have like a list of 5 or 6 things that coaching does for you, and make those your jabs and the hook for the week. And then the next week, switch to another one, okay? Yeah? Number 3, guys, making sure that you are, this is where I call it, hang on, I'm hearing something. See, I'm like a squirrel. I'm like, what's going on? Okay, so peanut butter and jelly sandwich. A lot of you guys have heard me talk about this and you're like, what the heck? I swear to God, I heard it from another coach and I was like, that's genius. And this is where my invites to coaching have been coming from the entire week, you guys. And I don't feel icky and salesy. Doesn't that feel amazing, right? Where you don't have to be like, oh my God, I don't want to send this message, because then you can't build up your confidence to do it, right? So let's talk about the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? I don't know why I call it a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, just to let you know, but it'll make sense. Okay, so I want you every single day to pick 3 to 5 people who have either commented on your post from the last couple days or the last day, okay, or they've liked it, or they've been watching your Instagram stories. Does not have to be about your coaching hook or jab, you guys. This is anything. These are people who are watching anything or commenting or liking. I believe it was Ali Tezator is that how you say her last name? She was saying, when people like and comment or watch your stuff, it's on us to follow up with them. And I thought, that's so genius, right? Like, they're showing that they're interested just by liking, commenting, or watching your stuff, especially if they are doing it on a consistent basis. You'll see some of the same names pop up, right? And we're like, oh, they like my stuff a lot. Okay, it's up to you to reach out to them. Okay, so that first piece of bread, okay, when you reach out to the person, you say, hey, Jamie, thank you so much for liking my Instagram stories. I've been noticing that you've been watching them over the last couple days. And for me, it makes it more likely that I'm going to continue to post when I see people are watching them on a daily basis. Okay, so that's that first slice of bread. Okay, then you compliment them. Okay, so you first thank them. Then you compliment them. So this is going to take a little more time on your part. You need to go to their account. So whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, I'm doing mostly Instagram at this account or this point. I look at their page and I look for something that we have in common, okay? And I look for me, it's like someone who's on their journey of trying to conceive, or they're currently pregnant, or they have a toddler, or they have thyroid issues, okay? So those are the things that I look for. And so then I message them something about whatever we connected on. So I say, I see that you have a little girl that is about the same age as my daughter. Such a fun age. She is adorable, okay? So you compliment them on something on their page. Then you slide in the invite, okay? So that was the peanut butter. Here's the jelly, okay? The jelly, you guys. You're going to remember it because it's so silly, you guys. The jelly is where you slide in the invite, okay? So if this person is, and this is how you identify, if it's someone who would make a good coaching invite, if they are consistently posting on Instagram or Facebook, okay? Like if their last post was like 2 months ago, they might maybe be a better challenge group prospect because they're not being as consistent. But if there's someone, even if they're posting pictures of their kids every single day, they're already staying consistent on Instagram. We can work on sharing your journey, okay? If they're sharing their journey, like, heck yes, already invite them. Don't even think twice about it. So then I invite them, Don't overthink the wording, you guys. I just say, I hope you don't mind me asking, but you seem like the kind of person who would be a perfect fit for my team. Have you ever considered becoming a virtual health coach like me? Okay? That's it, you guys. Have you ever considered? You gotta love those words, right? Or, you can change it up a little bit and say, I see that you post often on your page about your fitness journey. Are you already a virtual health coach? Okay, so just change the wording up, but somehow get that invite in, you guys. And you'll play around. You'll find the sweet spot. Some wording, you might use my wording, and people are like, no, right? But then you change it and tweak it a little bit, and you're like, yep, that works. And day to day, you're going to find what works. And then that last slice of bread is where you let them off the hook, okay? Letting them off the hook, you say, if this is not for you, no worries. I just had to ask because I think you would be a great fit. That's it. That's it. And then you can say, if you want to end it even a little stronger, you can say, I hope that we can continue to support each other on our journeys. Who's going to say something mean to that? Like if someone ignores you or they come back mean, like, bye, Felicia. If they ignore you, she's laughing at me. What I've noticed, you guys, is if they ignore you, they continue to watch your stories. They continue to like and comment on your stuff. And guess what? You planted that seed. So now when they're watching your stuff, they already had in the back of their head, oh my God, she invited me to this. They're going to be watching everything that you do so that when you are sharing about those 5 or 6 things that make your coaching journey your journey, they're going to connect with one of those. Does that make sense? Yes? It makes sense, right? It's simple, guys. It's the peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You're not going to forget it. The last thing I wanted to say, you guys, is that in order for this to work, you've got to be consistent. So for me, what I've been doing, I hate waking up in the morning. I'll be honest. When I hear people say they wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm like, ugh. Like, I could not. I can't do it. Like, I've tried, and I turn into a Bia about 1 p.m. Like, I just can't do it, okay? Like, it's not worth it. So, and Kirk tells me not to do it either. So what I've been doing, you guys, is I set my alarm for 6 a.m., and I literally cannot get out of bed. I can't get out. I'm like, I can't move. So grab my glasses, lay in bed, grab my phone, send out 5 invites, okay? And once you're already doing that, most people will not go back to bed. If you want to go back to bed, you can. But here's the magic, you guys. You send it first thing in the morning, because I know the coaching invites for 99.9% of us are our frogs. When you get out of bed, you're like, I invited? I don't even remember that I invited, right? You're like, oh my God, I can go on with my day. And Kirk was asking me this the other day. He's like, why are you doing it so early in the morning? Why don't you just do it when you sit down to work? And I said, because I hate doing it. I hate doing it. I'm sure my mood will change in a couple months once it's a routine, but I'm like, I just don't like doing it. So if you don't think about it, you guys, you just get up and you do it. The rest of the day is yours. You've already done the hardest thing on your list. How good would that feel? I had, and I won't name names, but I had someone who was having a rough couple weeks. And she was like, I just don't know how to get started up in my business again. And I told her to start doing this. And I just got a message, and I'll read it, but I'm not going to say names, okay? And she'll probably watch it later and be like, Meg! She said, oh my gosh, Meg, I'm feeling so much better, and I added one coach last night with the challenge pack and should be another one today. Like, why the heck have I not been doing the dang things? I have tons of messages that were never responded to, but I think I'm going to keep going. She's like, you just got to invite more, okay? Duh, you guys. We all know we just got to do the dang things. But how many times a day and how many times a week are we actually doing the dang things? Like, I know even as your leader, you guys, I've been slacking on it. And I can point the finger at everyone else, but we all know there's three fingers pointing back at us, right? If you want your team to grow, you got to do it first, right? We can't just say, okay, well, maybe it'll just happen. No, you have to actually go out and do the actions. I have some coaches who are pushing for rank advancements. All of you guys, as well as some others that are going for some bigger things. And well, they're all big. Okay, but I'm saying, you know, oh, here comes Tally. I'm like, you just have to do it, and it's uncomfortable. Every time we start doing something uncomfortable, it sucks, right? But I guarantee in 3 months of you doing this, you're going to look back and you'll be like, I can't keep up with all the coach invites. I can't keep up with all the people who are joining my team, because your consistency and momentum has grown and you've created a new habit. Okay, so let me see any comments. I've been wondering, you've been wondering about my peanut butter and jelly sandwich? You guys gotta tell me that you won't forget that, right? Because it doesn't make sense, but whatever. So what I'm gonna do, here's Tenley. You wanna say hi, T? Say hi. Say hi. Okay, she did just make up from a nap. I'm going to challenge you guys starting today. Okay, so today is Friday. And it's 1:17. I want 3 to 5 coaching invites the way that I just told you to do from either your Instagram stories, Facebook, or your Instagram posts. Okay, they can be likes or comments. 3 to 5 by 3 p.m. today. Okay, 3 p.m. EST. So for my PST girls, that's 12. Okay. Jamie's like, no. Yeah, that means that you can't think about it, you guys. I'm giving you an hour and a half to do it, okay? And if it helps, Rachel's like, man, no, seriously, you guys, you just got to do the dang actions because you're going to get the results. And what I would suggest doing is setting a timer, okay, and giving yourself 15, 20 minutes to do it. Because I know for me, when I set my timer, I'm not thinking. I'm just like, I need to do it, right? Like, I just got to get it done. You won't overthink the wording. Don't overthink the wording. Now, the second part of this challenge is, you guys, you got to hold yourself accountable. Every single day. Every single day. You can take Sunday off if you want. But I want at least 5 to 6 days a week that you're doing this. Okay? Because if you get into this action and you start doing it on a daily basis, you're going to look back and that's what? 25 to 30 invites to coaching from different people, you guys, in a week. And how, like, doing it first thing in the morning takes you, what, the longest 30 minutes? And it's done? Like, hello, that's so simple. Why are you laughing at me?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. She's looking at the cow button.
It's like, but you guys, I think that all of us can apply this, and it will be magic if you can stay consistent with it. So do you guys have any questions on that? Yes, no, maybe so. Does it sound doable? Yeah, Jamie.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I've run into this with my cold prospects on IG lately, and I think it's such a great opportunity. I just don't know how to word it. So I'm getting the price objection, but I think that they would be amazing coaches. But unfortunately, I didn't present the coach opportunity. I only presented the challenge group opportunity first.
Yep.
So now how do I go back and backtrack? Like say,
I just did one. I just did one.
Okay.
So I feel like I should screenshot it, but I was talking to someone and they said the pricing wasn't right or whatever. So I just messaged them yesterday and I said, hey, Court, I know that we were talking about the Lift 4 challenge group and you told me that it was a little too expensive. I am so sorry that I did not mention the coaching opportunity in order to save money. And I just leave it at that. I say, is that something that you would maybe want to check out? That's it. You know? And the girl came back and she was like, yeah, tell me the details. I don't know if she will or not, but that at least gives them that option. I had another person from another business come to me when they followed up, you guys, and I think this is magic, where they said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to let you know I did not forget about you. And in my head, I'm like, oh, she didn't forget about me, you know? That way they're not like, why is she following up with me? Me, I was like, oh, good. I didn't think that you forgot about me, but now I really know you didn't forget about me, you know? So just remember that. Our follow-ups are not meant to annoy people. We're there to help people. Right?
Okay. Because I feel like that's the low-hanging fruit right now for me, are going back to those that were super interested in the challenge until they heard the price.
Exactly.
Now I can go back and say, listen, there's another opportunity. Okay. Cool.
I love that you brought that up because I feel like that's so important for people to hear, right? And probably all of us could go back to people who said no about pricing.
Right. Because how defeated must they feel? They are watching me in my stories and they see that I'm having fun with my clients and the workout, and they feel like they can't participate because they can't afford it. Well, what if they can? So.
Exactly. No, I love that you brought that up, Jamie. Like, I think probably all of us could go back and do that. Any other questions, you guys? Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, no, maybe no. Okay. Well, I am excited to see in the message thread 3 to 5 names, you guys. So you better go in there, and I want to see like first names, or I know on Instagram they've got weird screen names. Just like summarize it and put it in there. Just get it done. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. All right, and we'll finish Friday on a high, because now I'm going to make Allison and I do it because we didn't do it yet. You want to say hi? You want mommy? Yeah. All right, guys. I told you it was going to be short and sweet. I love you guys. Have a wonderful Friday. I'm going to take a picture with all of us. So anyone who has their picture not showing, I know there's some people on the phone, show us your beautiful faces. Henley, what are you doing? All right, you guys ready?
I can't show.
Oh.
But hi.
I see Katie. Where's Missa? I know she's on. Missa's like, don't call me out. All right, you guys ready? She's coming. She's coming. Maybe. Let's see. All right, you guys ready? Tenley, you gotta take a picture. She's like, mad. Okay, ready? Tenley, we gotta take a picture. You gotta take a picture. Look up here. Tenley. Oh, I could make it so that I'm not recording it.